And again, I want to mention about the love. Advent, the fourth week, is about the love of Christ. Christ so loved the world that he came, took our sin. One person said they went to confession last night, they lost 2 pounds today. I suggest we all go to confession. Maybe we'll wait a little lunch afterwards. We need to realize that if we're relying on willpower alone, we will never be successful. It's only through the grace of God and his love and the power of this group. Because what the heart loves, the will chooses, and the mind justifies. The mind doesn't direct the will. The mind is actually captive to what the will wants, and the will itself in turn is captive to what the heart wants. What we need to do is have our heart love being healthy, love serving God. Because there are Christmas cookies, okay? Imagine on the altar are trays and trays of Christmas cookies, kind of like your kitchen table at home. Imagine that, and imagine having one with dignity. Imagine saying, God, thank you for this cookie, I'm going to enjoy it. But when you have 20, don't you feel guilty? Come on, does anyone not feel bad when you give in, you're sitting there going, at the end you're like, oh, I feel terrible. But if you have 1 or 2, don't you feel kind of proud, like, whoa, you know, I only had 2, they were delicious, and I'm proud of myself. Think of those feelings. And also remember that if your self-improvement, you know, I didn't want to lose weight so that I could leave my family and go trekking across America. I wanted to lose weight so I could better serve God, be healthy, be there for my family. Remember what our resolutions are about. This article here says New Year's resolutions don't work because 80% of the people by Valentine's Day are back to their old habits. That is why consistency is important. And grace actually works. If we ask God, if we ask him to change us. You don't think that people who are in this group who have lost weight and have kept it off aren't going to witness that it's God that's helped them? Yeah, I help facilitate the group, and yeah, I come up here every week, and I appreciate the thanks so much. But I so believe that it's only through the grace of God that I'm here, that we're all here. And I give you all a personal invitation to join session 13, but not with a bad attitude. I want you to join session 13 and have January 2nd like a beacon, like it's out there. You're moving towards it. I'm going to get through these 2 weeks. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to have a few extras, maybe gain a pound or 2. But on January 2nd, I am going to join prayer. I'm going to be there every week that I can. I'm going to call Ellen with a good excuse if I can. And I'm going to read the materials. I'm going to read the Bible. I'm going to ask God to help me. Because 6 ways to avoid being successful is to put it off until you actually have the time to do it, or the energy to do it, or the wherewithal to do it. And also to keep treating yourself like, if you say, well, I'm going to be real serious January 2nd, so I'm going to eat everything under the sun until then. I've done that. How many times have we eaten everything under the sun, and then January 2nd, you're like, uh-oh, it's January 2nd. Also, I like this, it says, hang around with really fat people. The thing about hanging around with people who have the same goals is a good thing. When I come here every week, I feel strengthened. I never leave that I don't feel like, yeah, I can do this, because it is hard. I even put in a couple of recipes for those of you who haven't made cookies yet, for low-fat thumbprint cookies and low-fat holiday sugar cookies. Try them. One person did, they said, oh, they taste the same. I'm going to stop there, Bob, and I got to kind of go.